Hi, how are you all doing? HKGaming here, and today I'm going to teach you guys how you can do an ILS approach in the A2A Cessna 172 or in basically any other aircraft. So, what you can see over here is the VOR1 indicator, and this is the VOR2 indicator. And the VOR1, this is basically the one we are going to focus on today. And it's two needles. This is the glide slope, and this shows you the direction. So to find, you need a frequency, you need an ILS frequency, and which is what you put in the nav block right here. And what you do to find this, you can either go to Google and search for example, in this case, Echo Golf Golf Papa, that's Liverpool, charts, and then find the ILS charts, or you can go to World Map in FSX, of course, or P3D, and then zoom in, and then click on this little green arrow kind of thing. And you click on that, then you'll see frequency 111.75 and heading 270. So you need to remember that. Write it down or just remember it in your head. And when you have got your frequency and your heading, you put the frequency into this. You do 111.75 in the nav frequency, and then you swap it over to the active. And then the heading, you go to the nav one, and then heading. You set the heading to, in this case, 270, which is the heading of the runway. And then you'll see that these two needles right here, they come alive when you're getting close to the aircraft, to the airport. And this needle right here shows you the glide slope. Basically means that if you are above or under the glide slope. And as you can see now, I'm a bit above the glide slope. I gotta pitch down. So when this is above, it means that you have to pitch the nose of the aircraft a bit up, and this basically means you have to pitch it down. And when it's under the glide slope, and then this needle right here, this shows you the direction, basically where you are and where the runway. So as you can see here on the GPS, we are pretty close to that green arrow, the ILS frequency. So when we are inside that, like about 5 seconds or something, this needle will start to go in. And when this starts to turn, the aircraft, we are going to turn as well. So let's unpause the sim. Yeah, and by the way, if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below and I will try and reply to every comment. So I gotta pitch the nose a bit down to get back on the glide slope. You see that the needle is getting a bit closer. There we go. Now we are like pretty much dead on the glide slope. And good, pretty good. So the heading needle right here is probably going to turn pretty soon. I'm guessing like a couple of seconds from now. Come on. It has now started to turn. So let's turn with the needle towards the runway. With the needle, so it's nice and slow. Nice and slow. And on like modern aircraft, like for example a Boeing 737 or like an Airbus or something, the airplane does this like automatically. But in the Cessna, you actually have to fly the aircraft. So pretty good. And we can now see by looking at the window that we are pretty good center with the runway. But think of doing this inside a cloud. You can't see anything. That's why they have the ILS. So it is a little bit of turbulence right here. A little bit of wind, but it shouldn't be a huge problem. Now what you gotta do, you just have to do like some small corrections to the airplane to keep these centered. Now I'm coming in, now I'm a bit high. I'm gonna try and keep like 80 knots. I'm going to do 1 notch of flaps now. Just like that. And that should slow us up pretty good here. I'm a bit too high. And I'm a bit to the left, I'm a bit to the right of the runway, just a small bit to the right of the runway. Nice. This is looking really, really, really good. And in real life, you probably would have gone visual at this point. And what that means is when you have a clear visual on the runway, you go visual. So you just forget the needle. You can look like this, you know, and land the aircraft. You don't need to look look on the needle. But we are going to fly IFR all the way in, and a bit too high. You can see that on the puppy lights and on the ILS indicator. Whoops. Right, so we're a bit slow. Now mixture full rich in case of go around, and we are going to go visual over the houses over there. We're also going to do our third and last notch of flaps over the houses. Liverpool has a quite long runway. I don't really remember how long it is, and I'm pretty well known. This is gonna sound a bit weird, but I know Liverpool Airport quite well. I every time I've flown on Watson, I've flown here, so third notch of flaps, and we are going visual. So now forget about the VR1 indicator. Forget about the indicator. Just look at those numbers and the puppy lights. Just keep on looking at those numbers. Draw a little circle and just keep the circle on the numbers. And that means that you will touch down a bit after the numbers, probably. Oh. Keep it straight. Try and keep her on the center line. Have to use a little bit of rudder. That's okay. And just a small little gentle flare. There we go. Beautiful. So I think it's Foxtrot that we are going to. I think it's Foxtrot or Echo, because let's go into a top-down view here. And we can see, I think that's Golf, and I think this is Echo or Foxtrot. Maybe it's Echo, I don't know. No, it's Foxtrot. Okay, it's Foxtrot. It's a long time since I've flown on that side. So flaps is up, that's good. Set the trim for takeoff. Oh, I gotta slow down. I really gotta slow down. Come on, and there we can. Now we can turn. Come on. Oh, the FPS is so low now. Come on, FPS. No, we can do this. So that was a pretty successful landing. It was not the best landing I've done, but it was not too bad either. So I'm gonna have to end the video here. If you enjoyed watching, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, guys, please leave the question in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video or whatever I'm going to make. Bye, guys.